Hello, and welcome back to my channel. Today will be an interesting video about myself, my journey, my inches lost. We'll talk about it all. I have my notes over here, so don't mind me if I keep looking down to see that I don't miss anything and that you get all of the information that you want from this video. The topic is, how did I lose 20 pounds? How did I lose 4 to 5 inches off my waist and 5 to 6 inches off my chest? Yay me! To help you, if you are in the place with your body that you are not happy at the moment, and you are trying to change that, you started to look into what calories are, what weightlifting is, and all of that amazingness. I will tell you my journey, what helped me, how did I do it all from home. Of course, I bought a squat rack at some point in my journey. I bought more weights. That's just what everybody needs to do eventually, because body adapts. If you have light dumbbells, you will need to increase them over time. If your body is not changing, that means you need to progressively overload and to see more change. Let's start at the beginning. I was not happy with my physique, my figure. I had just given birth like about 6 months before, and so I started to work out. I started to learn you need to eat food, you need to eat a normal amount of food, and so what calories are, what macros are, what is weightlifting, how much weight I need to lift, what exercises to do, how is my form. All of these things were so interesting to me. That's why maybe I started doing this, because I am so interested. Even a year and a half later, I am still so interested and so amazed that this is possible. So lifting weights, eating food, you can look just amazing and have an amazing physique while eating and working out. Even from home, even with low weights, even if you have children. I have 3 toddlers at home, always with me when I work out. You can do this, and I will tell you how I did it, so maybe that would help you, motivate you. Maybe you will get some tips from this and change your life forever. Let's start with the first thing is working out, weightlifting. This journey is not your whole life. You need to understand this. You can still have a life. You don't need to take your own food to the restaurant because you know that you know how many calories that is. You can still have a drink with your friends. If you can still have ice cream. You can still live your life and enjoy your life. If you are not enjoying what you're doing, you're not gonna do it for a long period of time. So, first thing, I noticed that I was not happy in the deficit. I couldn't do a deficit when I understood that that doesn't work for me. I went into maintenance, maybe a little bit of a surplus. I was a lot happier there, and I could stick to my calories then, just increase my protein, scale back on the snacks, the chips, the cookies, which I still had every single day, probably most days. It's just, I have 3 kids, it's no excuses. I had cookies and ice cream. If I go to the store, I don't buy the chips because I know that I will be eating them by myself when the kids are asleep, and so I didn't want that anymore. I knew that that is the one thing that is holding my body back, is just a lot of calories from chips and cookies and everything. So I scaled back a little bit. After 2 weeks of this, right? So at the beginning, I didn't have weights. I had maybe 5-pound dumbbells and the booty band, low ankle weights, like 2.5-pound ankle weights. So I didn't have a lot, but that was more than plenty for a beginner. I started to just do YouTube videos looking at other women doing their workouts, and I just did the same workouts and tried to do it that way in the beginning. Then when I saw that, like, I want more, I started following the right people and they were so motivating, saying like, increase your weight. If you feel that this exercise with X amount of weights is too easy, increase the weight. If you can, of course. And I could, and I could at that point. So I bought more weights. I bought a squat rack and a bar. Is just, that's when everything just, like, I fell in love. I fell in love with weightlifting and lifting heavy. And then I continued. I joined a program that was specific for weightlifting and women empowerment and just eating food and not being afraid to still live your life. After 2 weeks to a month, I saw very big changes to my body, which motivated me even more. I saw the waist going, like, shrinking, and for me the biggest part was the love handles, and I had a lot of fat, like, on my upper body. So that was my main goal, my main focus, to lose that. Of course, you cannot spot reduce fat, but for me, lucky enough, that started to fall off first. Do what makes you happy. If you're happy, you will continue doing it. So if you are just horrible, feeling horribly in a deficit, don't be in a deficit, go up to maintenance. If you don't know your maintenance, there are a lot of calculators online that can help you. And of course, trial and error. Eat X amount of food, see if you gain, if you lose, if you maintain for a couple weeks, then you will find out where you are. The next tip for you guys, to lose fat, weightlifting. Weightlifting is a key, the most important key after nutrition. So eat your food, don't be afraid of food. If you eat junk food, you know that is junk food. You need nutritious food too. Don't take it out. Don't take out the apple because you want a lollipop, or you get the point. Don't forget that this is my story, this is my journey, and this is my experience of how I look the way that I look now. So what helped me? At the beginning, deficit was no-go. I increased my calories. I saw that the weights that I'm using were too low for me. I could do more. I was strong already, just didn't know how strong. And that just took my body flying to change. Increased my weight. Started lifting heavy with good form. Tried to learn more and more and more about good form from YouTube videos. Yay! It's just amazing how much and how fast your body changes in the beginning. If you are not a beginner, you know all of this. You know that consistency is key. Be consistent, try your best, challenge your body. If you're doing 4-week workouts, you do a program for 4 weeks, and then you change it up a little bit. You don't need to go all crazy doing all sort of weirdness. Stick to your compound movements, change up the versions of them. So if you do split squat in 1 4-week split, the next 4 week you do low bar squat, you do box squat. You change it up for your body to be like, whoa, this is telling me to change, this is telling me to grow, this is challenging me. And when you grow, when you change, you will lose the fat, you will gain the muscle, you will gain the physique that you want. That's what happened to me. I'm very happy, very thrilled to be making this video, to be able to share with you that you can do this. It seems a lot scarier, it seems a lot worse than it actually is. And when you start, you will see that you can do this. I can do this. Like, this is okay. It fits into my schedule. If you work, you want to wake up 30 minutes before work and work out. You want to maybe go after work, during work, whatever works for you, whatever's your schedule. Some days I don't get to work out because something happened. I have 3 kids, life happened. So I switch up my next day. Like, it works, whatever works for you. If it works for yourself, your body will be thankful that you are trying. You know, if you have a program and it says do this that day, do this that day, but then it doesn't fit in your schedule, it's very nice when you can push things around in your program, your days. So if you miss the Monday's workout, you can push it to Tuesday's workout, and you kind of switch things around. Full body workouts are amazing. If you have 30 minutes to do a full body workout, that's great. Just get the whole body moving, the whole body burning, and just, wow, you will see changes right away. I feel like these tips are the most common, but the realest tips that you will get ever from anyone probably is just food, weightlifting, consistency. Don't forget to challenge yourself. You need to challenge yourself in order to change. If you are not seeing any change, you can always message me. Bodies by Monica, Instagram, YouTube. Just ask any questions. Anything is okay. I will help you and guide you with everything that I know. I lost 20 pounds. I lost 4 to 5 inches off my waist. I am happy. I am happy where I am. I just want that for everyone, for every mom, for every woman. It's just, we deserve it. And I know that it's maybe inconvenient sometimes, right? To work out, to do this, to weigh your food, to know your calories, to increase your protein. Maybe it is inconvenient some days, but then when you start seeing results, when you start feeling confident, it's worth it.